You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. My name is Zoey Rochdi. I've been producing for about, let's say, 12 years now. Been starting DJing about a year ago, so it's very interesting to me to switch over from production and being able to play all that stuff. So yeah, I'm a martial arts instructor and a bodybuilder. Well, just started, but we'll get there eventually. So that's pretty much the whole gist of it. And also starting a record label soon. Well, it's in the works right now called The Freaky Music, and we've dropped a couple of tracks under there. So it's been very interesting. A little bit of techno, a little bit of hip hop. You never know what you're gonna get. As long as people start dancing and shaking their ass, that's the main goal. So I kind of started producing or playing with sounds when I was 14 years old. So I was just like a freshman in high school, and I was like, well, I like buttons and beeps and bloops and stuff. So I was like, let me put it all together. And I was very fascinated with the electronic music scene. But unfortunately, I just didn't understand how to articulate and express myself through like techno or house. So I kind of moved over to like trap music and hip hop. And I kind of like started producing beats, worked as an engineer for about, let's give or take 6, 7, 8 years. And it's been interesting. I've seen all types of faces. A Freaky Music used to be a nonprofit organization where we try to like get back to the community and like want to give people like free opportunities to be able to get studio time and people so they can like travel around and just get their name about and express themselves to the best of their ability. We're kind of like we're shifting away from that specifically towards the more EDM scene just because PLUR, peace, love, unity, respect, and responsible. A lot of people tend to forget that last one. But it's always good to like see the scene because I started raving about 2, 3 years ago. I didn't know the rave scene was this amazing, with such a family-oriented community. People are coming together just to like express it themselves, learn about each other, and just let go and have fun. And it's a scene where I was accepted wholeheartedly. It's not like all these other places where people are really timid or shy or afraid. So it was a very accepting scene, and I'm pretty, but yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see myself like transition from all the stages, and who knows where I'll be in the next 10 years, hopefully with connections traveling abroad.
Yes.
So I've been really drawn to hard groove recently. So techno is always my way to go. Anything from 130 to, let's say, 180. I don't even care if it's hard, if it's soft, as long as you get that feeling, that groove, just everybody be dancing, and people that have never listened to the music, they just get there and what's going on? What's happening? And their bodies start moving, they start feeling that everything just starts grooving. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Music. Let go. Be happy. Be free. Why do you have to live in such a box? At the end of the day, it's what you make of yourself and what your friends make of you. And I don't really believe in friends. I believe in family. So it just depends on, where you're at in life. Yeah, so that's my real name, Zoey Rochdi. As a trans woman, it was very difficult for me growing up and like being called by a name that wasn't really mine. And I was able to find Zoe, which is Greek for life. And I don't want to brag, no brag, just fact, but maybe I am the life of the party. But I like being Zoe, and Zoe's, I feel like it's perfect for me. I was gonna go with another name, pretty much something cool. I hear all these other techno artists that have like these fancy ass names, and I just figured maybe I want to be my most authentic self. And it works out for me. Everybody's like, Zoe, Zoe! And I'm like, yeah, that's me, hello. So yeah, great. So I really appreciated when I got into the scene. I didn't know how immersive it would be and how welcoming the people were. And then I found myself just in the middle of the dance floor, feeling my heartbeat just boom, boom, boom. And I was like, ooh, I like this. I belong here. But then over time, I realized, wait a minute, I'm a musician. I'm a producer. I'm an artist. I'm enjoying the party of the life here, but I should be on the other side. I should be curating, giving something back to the scene rather than just enjoying and taking in everything for myself. So fortunately, I am also a filmmaker. So I've shot documentaries, music videos in the past, and I've worked with a number of names in the scene. So in order for me to get behind the stage, I was like, let me bring a camera. And they told me to come onto the stage. I was able to look at the DJs, how they were performing. And I was like, ooh, I could do that too. So I just watched them, learned from them as much as I could. And now I'm a DJ. And I've only been doing it for about 1 year now, exactly a year now, from last March 17th. And I've met so many great people. I've had so many connections, and it's just interesting to see more faces and different lives and different styles just kind of like interlope all together. And life is just life, and it just keeps going forward, and you enjoy it, make the best of it. So I pretty much don't really like come up with a set list before the show. I just have about like, I don't know, maybe 37, 40 playlists right now. And whenever I'm playing, you want to look at the crowd because I've been on the other side. So you want to be like, if I'm dancing out there, if I'm in the middle of the floor shuffling music or doing whatever I'm doing, what do I want to hear? So I basically am fortunate enough to have that experience and tie it in with, let me see the crowd. Are they too slow? Are they dancing? Do they want more hype? Do they need a build? Do they need time to breathe? And you just want to pretty much give them what they want to hear, but also play what I want to listen to at the same time. So I'm able to pretty much articulate exactly the language of how I want the floor to go. And you're just a maestro. You just give them what they desperately need, not what they want, or what they want and what they need. Semantics. Tenacious, groovy, hard, sexy. So I feel like those are 4 pretty good words that I would use to pretty much explain how I would play. Because at the end of the day, you want it to be immersive. You don't want to just be like staring down and you're always focused, which is very good. You're very into the craft. But at the end of the day, they're looking at you. I know back in the day, people used to stare at like speakers and stuff, but now everything shifted towards, the DJ, the dynamic is all looking at the artist. And I kind of want to bring the rhetoric of people are always on their phones on the dance floor. I want to give them such a groovy groove that they're like, I don't need to record this. I'm in the moment. I'm trying to enjoy myself. Why the hell do I need to put it on TikTok? You got so many other things to do on TikTok. But when you're in the moment, that's what really counts. And that's what I try to emulate in every set that I do. There are a couple of DJs. So I do say I Hype Models is definitely one of my top fave artists. Anytime he's in town, you see me rushing to the front. I'll be behind him looking at him like, oh my God, Hype Models. I'm such a fan at the end of the day because I just enjoy to go out. My thing that I do love most is meeting new DJs that are in the scene because I get to see what they're bringing to the scene. It's not like there's all these companies and they have all these, sponsors and stuff like that. It goes right to the core. Because it's us, it's what we bring, it's our people. As local as it may be, or as high, as advanced as, or big production stuff is, at the end of the day, it's about the people, the music, and good energy. Besides that, what else do you need? Well, good music too. I want people to be able to articulate themselves because I've come from a place where it's been so, they put you in like sometimes a position or you have to live a certain life because of your name or your status. And at the end of the day, you should be able to express yourself. And I feel like I should come up with another synonym for express. But you know what? Express yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what you really need. Through my sets, I want to evoke, freedom. Be able to express yourself, be yourself to the best of your ability, and not having to live under these certain stereotypes. Because the world is, trying to come down on us. There's all these different issues in politics. But when you're in the rave, you can just let all of that go. Doesn't matter if you're green, orange, black, or white. At the end of the day, dance. Maybe they're cute. Maybe you might get their number. Maybe you might go on a date with them afterwards. Maybe you'll find a new artist, find a new genre of music that you've never experienced before. It's all about new experiences and always about moving forward with a positive mental attitude.
Chroma Rave?
Oh, Chroma Rave?
Yes.
So I'm part of a collective right now. My girlfriend is also part of that collective, so we love to do shows together. We're always B2Bing, so it's very interesting to like be home and constantly mixing, constantly producing nonstop with the woman of my dreams. And but there's also like we're a bunch of trans artists that come together, and we want to like build like a trans kind of community because we don't really have that. So we have a show coming up probably this Sunday, and we always do it probably once a month. It's called T for Techno, Trans for Techno. We want to bring a lot of people out to like enjoy the scene because the scene is genuinely for us. Chroma Rave is a very interesting collective. A lot of us are producers, a lot of us are DJs. We also do live DJ sets with like the Ableton Push, and we want to pretty much expand techno, music, house, and just to the rest of the world. There's a lot of people out there that are being oppressed, that are being put down, and I feel like Chroma Rave is able to bring us all together and let loose, let go, and just be yourself. Have fun at the end of the day. And it's very similar to Afriki music, but Chroma Rave is more geared towards the queer community in a way or another. Because we need more lights in the scene. We need more understanding. We need people to see it and be like, oh, this is not so different from me being at home with my girlfriend or me being at home with my husband. Because we're all humans at the end of the day. But it's not any different than any other rave. But we do have the love there. So if you guys do want to check it out, definitely pull up a Chroma Rave.
Yes. I'm like in awe. You do so much stuff like for the community and like what you do, like so cool. So cool. So amazed.
If better
So
is
cool.
possible, then stay as good is not enough. Because at the end of the day, I feel like there's so much more we could be doing. And I don't know, maybe we just have to put in more effort. But who knows? Everything will come to fruition eventually in time. See how it works out. Make sure you bring your best dance moves, because at the end of the day, if you see me on the dance floor, let's dance.